Docks Marine opens 7 days a week from 8 to 5. Sales, rental, service, all in one place. It's at Docks Marine, 5803 Eichard Ridge Road.
Time for your look at local sports on WHKY News. I'm Jason Savage. We begin with some high school news. The Northwestern 3A 4A Conference announced plans for football games for this coming Friday, October the 11th. The season will resume for all but 2 of the teams in the conference. Now, the conference altered the schedule to play what would have been Week 12 games for this coming Friday night. This change was in part due to Watauga and Ashe counties each facing each other in what would have been Week 12. However, with both schools still not even back in school, this allows the other schools to still play while holding out hope that these 2 schools can still face each other down the road and the other schools in the Northwestern 3A 4A Conference. So the schedule for Friday night, October 11th, will include Freedom hosting Alexander Central. Now, you might remember Freedom's field was flooded. They'll be playing at Patton High School. It'll be a home game for the Freedom Patriots. Also Friday night, High Brighton will be hosting South Caldwell. Now, the determination for how the other fall sports will play out will be announced later this week after further discussion with the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Board of Directors, along with the athletic directors continuing to meet by phone in the Northwestern 3A 4A Conference and other conferences throughout the western half of the state. Earlier today, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association has set a deadline for Wednesday to come up with some determination for the remainder of the fall sports season in the western half of the state. Let's move over to Lenoir-Rhyne now, brought to you by Hendrick Honda Hickory. Lenoir-Rhyne volleyball won at Lincoln Memorial Saturday 3-1. The Bears are 14-1 overall, 4-1 in South Atlantic Conference play. They'll be traveling tomorrow as they'll go to South Carolina to take on Newberry. Lenoir-Rhyne women's soccer got a big road win Saturday evening as they would defeat Newberry 2-1 to stay unbeaten. They're 6-0-3 overall, 2-0-1 in the South Atlantic Conference. They'll be at Coker on Sunday. Lenoir-Rhyne men's soccer fell to Newberry 1-0. Bears are 3-3 overall, 3-2 in the South Atlantic Conference. They'll be hosting Chowan on Wednesday. That's set for a 3 o'clock start. And Lenoir-Rhyne football suffered their first loss of the season when they fell at Emory and Henry Saturday 31-20. Bears are 4-1 overall, 2-1 in the South Atlantic Conference. They'll be hosting Newberry Saturday for the Bishop's Trophy. Moving over to Appalachian State news, Appalachian State women's soccer tied Georgia State 1-1 in a home game that was hosted at Queens University. Mountaineers 5-3-3 overall, 2-0-1 in the Sunbelt Conference. They're scheduled to take on Coastal Carolina Thursday. Appalachian State field hockey fell to 18th ranked Liberty yesterday by a 5-0 score. Mountaineers are 7-4 on the season. Mountaineers, who are 4-0 in Mid-American Conference play, resumes conference action when they go to Ohio to take on Miami, that is Miami of Ohio, the Redhawks, on Friday. And finally, Appalachian State football lost 52-37 on the road at Marshall Saturday. Mountaineers 2-3 overall, 0-2 in the Sunbelt Conference. They'll stay on the road to going to Lafayette to take on Louisiana on Saturday. As always, you'll find much more by visiting our website, WHKY.com.